3 years ago, a Jeep rolled off an American dealer lot wearing a window sticker that read $92,495. This morning, Kelley Blue Book says that same SUV brings $35,200 at the trade-in desk. $57,000. Gone. And here's the strange part. There's no crash. Mannheim's Index, the number dealers actually trade on, says the used market is dead flat against last August. The money didn't leak out of the market. It leaked out of 5 specific driveways. If one of them is yours or on your shopping list, you need these numbers. And it matters. Edmunds says 30.9% of trade-ins right now are underwater, the highest share since 2021, with an average hole of $7,183. Nobody at the dealership warns you, because the window sticker tells you what an SUV costs, never what it keeps. 3 things before the countdown. One of these 5 is a perfectly good machine. It's collapsing because of what's happening to the sign over the dealership door. That's first. One is worth less today than its own twin. Same body, same badge, same year. That costs $23,995 less on the sticker. That's in the middle. And the biggest loser of 2026 isn't in this countdown at all. It lost $73,450 in 3 years. And I'm saving it for the end, because it flips this whole story upside down. 1 yardstick, up front. Window sticker minus what Kelley Blue Book says a clean example with average miles brings at trade-in, ranked by dollars lost. No opinions. Arithmetic. Number 5. Infiniti QX60. This spring, Infiniti dealers started moving in with Nissan stores. Same roof, separate doors. Survival, because the average Infiniti store now sells about 24 vehicles a month, and the firms that broker dealership sales report stores losing $600,000 to $2 million a year. That's the backdrop for the 2023 Infiniti QX60, stickered at $45,470. Trade-in today, $23,400. That's $22,070 gone in 3 years. Compare the company it keeps. A 2023 Acura MDX gave up $10,749 over the same stretch. A Toyota Highlander $14,024. The QX60 roughly doubled both. And it's the only vehicle in this video whose fall is speeding up. $3,185 the year before last. $5,372 this past year. Here's what stings. The car is good. Quiet, comfortable. 3 rows, and the 2022 and up models replaced the old CVT with a ZF 9-speed, whose known issues are software updates, not failures. Nothing mechanical is killing it. Infiniti is down 65.6% from its 2017 peak, down another 9% last year, and down to a 3-model lineup. Buyers aren't walking away from the car, they're walking away from the badge. Skip it if you trade every 3 or 4 years. The badge will keep taxing you. At least it's fading quietly. The next one didn't get to fade. Jeep walked it out back and ended it, with owners still making payments. Number 4. Jeep Wagoneer. Pull up Jeep's 2026 lineup and look for the Wagoneer, the regular one, not the Grand. It's gone. Jeep dropped the name this year and folded everything under Grand Wagoneer. The 2023 Jeep Wagoneer stickered at $71,695. Trade-in today, $31,200. That's $40,495 gone, 56.5%, and the last 12 months alone took $11,772. A 27.4% fall in a single year, the fastest current decline of anything I measured for this video. For scale, the 2023 Chevy Tahoe stickered $21,450 lower and is worth about $1,800 less today, nearly the same value from a much smaller check. What happened? It launched into the 2022 price bubble. Jeep has spent 2026 as the slowest selling brand in the country, lots overflowing. AAA has gas at $4.16, hard weather for a body-on-frame V8. And now the badge is an orphan, and orphaned nameplates don't heal. 29,150 people bought one in 2023, many on 72 and 84-month notes. If that's you, this is the list's clearest "don't trade yet," because you'd be writing a check just to leave. And here's what stopped me cold. The Wagoneer isn't even the Jeep on this list that got the frightening letter in the mail. Quick pause. If you traded anything in this year, put two numbers in the comments: what you thought it was worth and what they offered. Shoppers need real numbers, not brochure numbers. Number 3. Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe in the letter. Starting November 5th, 2025, notices went out on 320,065 Jeep plug-in hybrids. Park outside, away from structures, and stop charging until further notice. Federal Recall 68C, battery cells that can short and catch fire. 19 fires on record, 1 injury. That's the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. And that recall has company. Campaign 25V576 covers a control module fault that can cut all power while you're driving. 91,787 vehicles, and a third recall covers casting sand left inside engines at the factory. New 4xEs sat under a stop sale from November into this spring. Dealer fines of $27,874 per vehicle, and Jeep quietly removed both plug-in hybrids from its own website. Now the money. Stickered at $62,285. Trade in today, $17,500. That's 71.9% gone, the worst percentage in this study. And here's your twin, the loop I promised. The regular gas 2023 Grand Cherokee stickered at $38,290 and trades at $19,300. The plug-in cost $23,995 more brand new, and today it's worth $1,800 less than its own gas twin. To be exact and fair, there is a fix now: a several-hour service, 4 modules reflashed, a monitored drive cycle, battery replaced if it fails the test. Shopping one at $17,500? That recall paperwork is the whole ballgame, and if you can't park it outside, walk away. That's the bottom 3, $107,000 in losses between them. The top 2 lost more than that, all by themselves. And if you've ever slid your keys across a desk and heard a trade-in number that felt like an insult, do me one favor first: hit the like button. It tells YouTube to show this to the next person about to take that same walk. Now, the 2 big ones. Number 2. Lincoln Navigator. In 2023, 2 window stickers sat $955 apart: a Lincoln Navigator at $84,255, a Cadillac Escalade at $85,210. Today, the Escalade trades at $48,700. The Navigator trades at $38,800. Same money in $9,900 apart coming out. Total damage on the Lincoln, $45,455, 54%. And I'll be straight, because this channel doesn't bend numbers. The Navigator is not falling faster than its class this year. The whole full-size luxury segment is sliding about 19%. The Navigator's problem is how far it already fell and why. The all-new 2025 model landed right on top of it, and the outgoing generation always eats the hit. Another $8,455 of resale gone just this past year. If you're selling one, that's misery. If you're buying, quietly the value play of this whole list, because the worst is mostly behind it. And $38,800 buys nearly the same SUV the Escalade owner paid $48,700 to keep. Skip it only if you need the badge to hold its money. You just watched what this one does. $9,900 behind the Cadillac owner for choosing the wrong luxury sign. And that's still not the worst thing that happened to a 2023 luxury sticker. Not even close. Number 1. Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Open Kelley Blue Book tonight and type in a 2023 Jeep Grand Wagoneer. Clean condition, average miles. The screen says $35,200. The window sticker said $92,495. That's $57,295 gone in 36 months. $1,591 a month, every month, for 3 years, just for owning it. And it's still falling. $11,496 of that vanished in the last 12 months alone, a 24.6% drop in year 3, when depreciation is supposed to be slowing down. Here's what makes it number 1 instead of just another big Jeep. The Escalade, the SUV it was built to fight, stickered within $1,000 of it, lost $36,510 over the same 3 years. Painful. The Grand Wagoneer lost $20,785 more than that. Same class, same years, same market. So no, this is not all big SUVs do this. 3 reasons, stacked. It launched at bubble pricing, $92,495 for a Jeep, because in 2022, people paid it. Only 9,946 sold in 2023, so there's no crowd of used buyers underneath to catch it. And you already know what's happening at the brand around it. A cabin aimed straight at the Escalade, Macintosh stereo and all, a 6.4-liter V8. None of it matters once the market decides a Jeep can't wear a $90,000 badge. Who should skip it? Anyone financing one used, and anyone who'd flinch at out-of-warranty electronics bills. But cash, around $35,000? That's Tahoe money for the most ambitious thing Jeep ever built. And that flip, disaster for the seller, gift for the buyer, is exactly where my $73,450 promise comes in. Because the biggest loser of 2026 isn't a Jeep at all. It's the Mercedes EQS SUV, stickered at $105,550 in 2023. Trade in today, $32,100. $73,450 gone. I left it out of the countdown for one reason. Avoid is the wrong word. I see cars clocked used EQS SUVs selling in 26.9 days. The second fastest selling used vehicle in America, in a market averaging 53. The people who bought one new took the beating of a lifetime. The people buying at $32,000 are getting a $100,000 machine at 70% off. And that's the honest truth about every SUV in this video. Depreciation isn't a fire. It's a transfer. The first owner pays it. The second owner collects it. The sort out. The QX60 warning is for anyone whose money follows a badge. The Wagoneers are for cash buyers with a fuel budget, and a caution flag for anyone still financing one. The 4xe is for the person who reads recall paperwork before falling in love. The Navigator is the one you buy, not the one you sell. 2 things you can do tonight, free. 1. Run your own vehicle through Kelley Blue Book with honest miles, then call your lender for the payoff and subtract. That's your real equity. Know that number before any salesman does. 2. For any used vehicle you're considering, go to nhtsa.gov/recalls and punch in the VIN. 10 seconds. If something's open, say this sentence at the dealership. Show me the repair order that closed it. My question: what did you think your SUV was worth this year? And what did they actually offer? Both numbers in the comments. If this saved you from a $57,000 lesson, subscribe and ring the bell. The next video runs this same arithmetic on what these SUVs cost to keep. I'm out. Go check that payoff.